Hey guys, so I just wanted to go over the check-in verbiage that I have on my website, the little freebie to get you start going and get some results now. If you haven't got it already, go onto my website, akadewey.com, to print it out, take a look at it, pause the video, and then come right back. So I know it looks really long. I think it's like 3 pages, but that is because it explains a lot of why I say, what I do when I'm checking in certain kind of dogs, that kind of thing. So if you go right at the very top where it says, where I have like fluffy down for the basic bath and haircut or basic bath or whatever it is, I want people to know that they're just getting the basics. They're not getting all the special stuff, not the premium shampoos, not the conditioners, not the nail buffing, the teeth brushing, all that extra stuff that people actually do want and need. They're not getting it unless they get the add-ons, excuse me. And then when I go down and I'm doing the assessment, make sure you're always doing that assessment. You need to look over the dog. You have to, check the coat, the skin, the ears, the teeth, the nails. That way, even when you say, oh, hey, do you want the nails buffed or the teeth brushed? And they say no, and then you take a look at them, you're like, these are really long. Are you sure you don't want the nail buffing so I can get them a little bit shorter and smoother and then they'll last longer in between appointments? It's about telling them why they need it, why they want it, why it is better for them and the dog. That's really all it is. You just tell them. You're just telling them this is what you need. This is what you should want. That's all it is. In order to get that, like the premium shampoos and the conditioners, medicated stuff like that, that is why I always say, have you noticed that your dog's been itching a lot more this season? And I say this season because I know not all places have different fluctuation in season. Where I'm at now, San Diego, California, we don't have a big fluctuation in season, but it doesn't matter. When I say it, people still be like, oh yeah, I have noticed that they were itching a lot more than normal. So say it. Just say it. It will get you something. I use it all the time. The dog I had yesterday, they said they noticed a lot of itching, so they wanted to shave it down so they could see what was under all that coat. Guess what I found? A bunch of yeast and scabbiness and nastiness. And then I found out that it was still on food that it was allergic to. Like, all of these things that I can fix. I know how to fix. They're coming back in 2 weeks, just so you know, for another medicated bath. Let's go on further than this. Let's see. So once you get those add-ons, it could be just the premium shampoo or just the nail buffing. Add those up, see what it costs, and then you should have some sort of spa packages that include certain things like the premium shampoo and conditioner and an add-on like the nail buffing. So you can say, oh, you're only $6 away from getting the spa package that also includes all of this stuff plus the stuff that you already need. They're most likely going to go for it. It's very rare that someone says, oh, an extra $6 or $3 for this? Yeah, I'll do it. Let's see. And then we go on. And then when I get in the bath dogs, the shedding dogs, your labs, your huskies, retrievers, any of those, even bulldogs. I mean, bulldogs shed a lot, most of them, unless they're kept on a regular schedule. So it's the same thing. Rex is on for the basic bath today, and then I usually always say, did you not want the shedding treatment or shedless treatment, whatever you call it? Why do I say, did you not want that? Like, it's normal that everyone gets that treatment. Are you sure you don't want it? And then usually they're gonna say yes. Oh yeah, he's shedding so much. You add it on there. or they'll ask what it is, and make sure you go in depth. It's not just, oh, it helps get rid of the shedding or make it shed less, like the wording. You really have to go in depth. So when I do it, I make sure they know it's 45 minutes of extra brushing and blowing out to get rid of all that coat, and then I use the shedless shampoo and the shedless conditioner to help get rid of that coat, pull it out, and then reduce it from coming back. And then when they do come back in to pick up the dog, I let them know. It's like, okay, so I need to see him for another treatment in 4 weeks. Usually they're going to put him on. If for whatever reason they don't, I don't know why they wouldn't. I haven't had an issue with it. Most people are like, oh, okay. If you have those ones that are like, oh, we only do this like a couple times a year. And I was like, okay, well, just so you know, this isn't going to actually treat the dog if you're only doing it a couple times a year. It is a treatment, just like any other treatment. You can't take a diet pill and all of a sudden lose 30 pounds. Like, it doesn't work that way. And you can use that excuse or that example. I do it all the time. People are like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then they get into it, and then they start staying on schedule, and then they start seeing the results. And then I do make sure they know when I put them on for that next treatment, and like make sure, or you let them know, it usually takes about 2 to 3 treatments before you're going to start seeing results. And that's typically what it is. Like, clients may notice a result right away, but we're going to notice the result before they do. One of the huskies that came in the other day, he was like not a very regular client. It was quite a bit of a workout. I even charged him extra brushing on top of the shedless treatment when I got him to get into it. And then I told him we need to do another treatment in 4 weeks, which he was able to do. It wasn't booked on me. I booked it on one of my other girls, and she said she noticed a difference right away. And I told him when I gave him back the dog, when he came pick up, I was like, oh yeah, it really worked really well. And even the groomer was like, there was so much less hair and it was so much easier to groom the dog. And so he's like, oh wow, good, so it's working. He knows that it's working. We told him it's working, so he will start seeing results really quickly. Let's see, what else did we go over? Oh, that was it. Sorry. So yeah, that's it. All the other verbiage in there to get that shedless treatment on them is in there. I kind of always want to do that shedless treatment on those particular dogs. It's better for them. I mean, it's got the premium shampoo and the premium conditioner. It's going to treat them way better. If for whatever reason, no, they don't really shed, but maybe they, itch a lot, you can, work on that spa package with them instead to get the medicated shampoos and the conditioners to help their skin and coat. So whatever you got to do, and you can, even if they say no to everything, when you check them in, and then make sure you're really taking a look at this dog when you are doing the grooming process. And then when you're able to check them out, to be like, so I noticed this and this and this, so I really would like to do the shedless treatment next time so I can take care of that. It will help both the skin and the coat for like the dryness or the flakiness and the shedding. It's a double whammy, 2 birds with 1 stone kind of deal, you know what I mean? And then I'll say I would really rather do the nail buffing next time because those nails are really long and I want to get those shorter. I do it all the time. I really do. It really works. I swear it does. Even a client that came in who only gets the nail trims whenever they come in, and as soon as I finished and I brought out the dog, I told her, I was like, I'd really rather do the nail buffing on this particular, she had 2 of them. I told them I really want to do the nail buffing on this particular one next time just because hers are a lot longer and I want to get those shorter. guess what? She's like, okay, can you do it now? So yeah, I did it now. And I made another $5. And then she knows for next time. So that dog will always be an extra 15 instead of 10. That's all it takes. Just tell them what they need. They will usually go for it. Unless they're just really like, I don't want to spend any extra money, you know, they just want the basics. I get it. There's plenty of people that I'm like that. When I go get my nails done, I don't get the extra treatment. I'm cheap like that. I want my pedicure, but I don't want to spend all the extra fun stuff. So they don't make much money off of me unless it's, you know, my birthday or a holiday. But that, and maybe that is the ticket too. So don't ever not ask somebody if they want anything else different. Always ask them. It doesn't matter if they get the basics every single time they come in. You never know if there's somebody like me who's like, oh, it's my birthday, so yeah, I'll spend a little extra money. Or, oh, it's a holiday, I might as well get the works done so he's ready for the holiday pictures and for guests and that kind of thing. Like, they will usually, you know, splurge every once in a while. So try it out. It will work. I promise it will. It really will. Okay. That's it. That's all I wanted to go over. Like I said, if you haven't already printed it out and taken a look at it, akadewey.com, and it is in the winning page tab. Go in there. It's just a little Word document. You can save it to your computer. You can print it off, whatever you want to do. And that's it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.